Morpheus, trust me. Neo, are you the chosen one? Yes, after this contract I am. Ding! Dudes and dudettes, welcome to Due Diligence Show. And today we're going to talk about ticker symbol NIO. Yes, do you guys like the intro? And guess what? Let me show you guys something that it's a text between me and number 2. I think it was yesterday or the day before. Perfectly predicted the half mooning of today. All right, let's show it on the screen. You guys like that? And I'm thinking about putting a stock alert or whatever similar effect onto a Patreon channel or make it onto Patreon. If you guys were, happy or interested in those kind of stuff on a Patreon, let us know, comment down below. And as you know, there's certain information on the Chinese stock I would have probably it's not like priority access to, I just know where to find them, and I will notice the information days before the US market because no one in Goldman Sachs actually really cares about reading those stuff. And the fact that the reason why I talked very discreetly about NIO a couple of days ago on stream is because one of my side gigs was actually trying to find out. One of my side gigs is a battery company, a battery OEM in Asia, let's just put it that way. And I don't think it would be very fair to sort of use the work that I did for that particular side gig to sort of help us on the YouTube journey, because during that report, there's a bidding war, So let's go back to what is the catalyst that helps NIO moon today, or it might continue to moon, and maybe the price target will be $50. And for those of you who want a detailed breakdown of that kind of contract, I can actually go on the Chinese website and show you guys, because it's actually a government contract. So NIO land a government contract along with other car manufacturers, but he is or she is, I don't know if NIO, the company, is a he or she, but I would probably suspect it's a she, because all Asian guys, the CEO of NIO is an Asian guy, all Asian guys love hot chicks. But what happens is they land a huge government contract with the Chinese government, and if you are in the sector or you're in the game for a long period of time, you know that the ultimate goal of a catalytic trader company, especially a producer, especially for cars, their ultimate contract is with the government. And the CCP will provide you a lot of perks when you enter those contracts, even though the initial bidding is very expensive. And they want the bidding for electric cars, and they will be supplying the one of the Beijing governmental agency NIO cars for a couple of years. As far as the detail of the contract, if there are enough people who are interested in those content, comment down below, and I will post a video just going over the contract in Chinese and translate it into English. And there are 4 other documents that you guys might be interested that a lot of people mislooked or overlooked in the 6K. But for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to tell you guys that, it's foreseeable. The mooning of NIO is foreseeable. And the reason why I didn't sort of go on public stream and just loudly talking about the possible mooning is because of the side gig that I had. And the reason why number 2 get really early access to everything, because he is number 2, and because number 2 does have a position on NIO. And I have no idea if any of you actually are interested in NIO, so this video is just gonna be out and testing the waters. All right, see you guys on the upside. And also see you guys on the daily MMAT video. There's gonna be a earning preview video coming out, as a lot of you who wants it in a Discord. I think there are at least 20 or 50 of you that really wants it. So, as a people pleaser, I decided to make that video. There's gonna be some controversial stuff I'm gonna talk about in earning release. So keep tuning in because a lot of you loves controversial stuff from me, aren't you guys? Alright, if you haven't subbed, smash that sub button, because this is premium content. Like, who else on YouTube is going to talk about this about NIO? And also predated it like 2 or 3 days to know about these stuff, huh? Why? Because DD is smart and he knows where to find certain informations, okay? And also, if you haven't liked that, if you haven't smashed the like button, go do that, because we want to beat the YouTube algorithm. Because eventually, we know we're going to become a huge channel, just a matter of time. Alright, see you guys on the upside. And what you guys don't realize that this weekend for Bitcoin is actually a double exploration date, which you have the 31st exploration date and you have the August 1st exploration date. And you guys don't know you can actually trade options on Bitcoin, huh? Everything is actually pretty expensive, but here's a more interesting thing. You can actually sort of, from public perception and the implied volatility, you can actually see what people's perception on Bitcoin futures. And I don't know if any of you is going to be interested in any of the crypto content. Let's maybe take a vote or something, or comment down below. So one of you will comment down below and just say you want crypto content. And for those of you who are interested in those content, go like that comment. And if that comment got over, or just if this video in general got over 300 likes, which is probably impossible because there's no way we'll get 300 likes, then I will start covering Bitcoin futures and stuff. I personally am not in Bitcoin, but I'm one of the first group of people who mined Bitcoin back in the old days. And I have a very elaborate theory about there's actually the structure of how they price Bitcoin is a very, very interesting sort of mathematical thing that I'm interested about talking about. And a lot of people are speculating it's going to be over $40,000 by tomorrow's exploration. But as I talked to some of my friends before, I talked about today is going to be the day where, after the short squeeze, yes, we did short squeeze Bitcoin over the past few days / week, right? But this is sort of like a speculative move by a lot of people, players on the market. With Elon advocating all of those kind of stuff, and Mrs. Cathy Wood, one of my all-time favorite ARK director, right? I mean, she's the only one there. You can say that they're setting traps for a late September, or they're just, lighting the fuel for a further boom. But if you want to hear my opinion on that, well, it's not going to be in this video. But hey, who knows, guys? There might be a Bitcoin short squeeze demonstration, or more like Bitcoin short squeeze class, or who knows what I'm going to put out this weekend on the Bitcoin content, huh? Because, if you actually pay attention to the text that was in this video, in the NIO video, you will see that in the text to number 2, we also mentioned we just short squeezed Bitcoin.